Welcome to English Skills. Listen and practice.
Once upon a time, in a world where mice roamed freely, there lived two very different friends, the city mouse and the country mouse. Their lives were as contrasting as day and night. The city mouse resided amidst the hustle and bustle of urban life. His tiny den was nestled within the walls of a grand human house. The city streets echoed with the clatter of footsteps, the hum of cars, and the aroma of exotic foods. The city mouse reveled in the abundance of life, surrounded by towering buildings and twinkling lights. On the other side of the spectrum was the country mouse. His home was a cozy burrow in the heart of the countryside. Here, the air smelled of freshly turned earth, and the only sounds were the rustling leaves and the distant chirping of birds. The country mouse led a simple life, content with the gifts of nature. One sunny day, the city mouse decided to visit his dear friend in the countryside. He scurried along the winding paths until he reached the country mouse's humble abode. The country mouse, ever generous, offered his city friend a meal, a rustic spread of bread, butter, cheese, and beans. To the city mouse, accustomed to the culinary delights of the metropolis, this fare seemed plain and unexciting. He nibbled at the food, his nose wrinkling in mild disapproval. "Isn't this delightful?" asked the country mouse, his eyes shining with pride. The city mouse hesitated. "Well, it's different," he replied, "but you should see what we have in the city. Our dinners are fit for royalty, desserts, meats, and cheeses galore." Intrigued, the country mouse agreed to accompany his friend back to the city. As evening descended, they arrived at the city mouse's den. The table was set with an array of delicacies: cakes, meats, and cheeses. They feasted, gobbling up every morsel. The country mouse marveled at the cured ham and salami, flavors he had never imagined. But just as their bellies filled, a sudden bark shattered the tranquility. The guard dog was on their tail. "Run!" cried the city mouse, panic in his eyes. They dashed through the maze of human dwellings, narrowly escaping the dog's jaws. Finally, they reached safety. Breathless, the country mouse panted, "City mouse, I appreciate your hospitality, but I'd rather dine on bread, cheese, and beans in peace than feast in fear." And so the two mice bid each other farewell. The city mouse returned to his urban haven, while the country mouse retreated to his rustic burrow. Each cherished their world, knowing that true contentment lay not in extravagance, but in safety and simplicity.